Did you know that 70% of self-made millionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They built it, and they didn't do it by working harder than anyone else. They did it by changing the way they think. Here's a shocking fact. According to a study by Thomas C. Corley, it takes just 5 simple habits to become wealthy. The difference between the rich and everyone else isn't their income, it's their mindset. When I was broke, I couldn't have imagined making the kind of money I do today. But after shifting my mindset, everything changed. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact 6 mindset shifts that took me from struggling to thriving. These aren't the typical tips you hear everywhere. These are the secrets that millionaires use to build long-term wealth. In the chapters that follow, you'll discover how thinking in decades instead of days can change your life, why the fear of failing is actually the key to success, and how delayed gratification can make you rich over time. If you're ready to unlock the secrets that the rich don't want you to know, stick around. These shifts could change everything. Chapter 1. From Scarcity to Abundance. Unlocking the rich mentality. We've all heard the saying, money doesn't grow on trees, but that's a mindset that keeps many people stuck. The truth is, the wealthy think differently. They understand that the world is abundant, not scarce. This shift in thinking is one of the first steps to getting rich. Instead of worrying about not having enough, they focus on creating more opportunities. They don't limit themselves by the idea that resources are finite. Instead, they believe in the power of creativity and innovation to unlock unlimited potential. For example, take a look at Jeff Bezos. When he started Amazon, many thought the online retail space was already crowded. But Bezos saw an opportunity, not a limitation. His belief in abundance drove Amazon to become one of the most successful companies in the world. One of the most powerful strategies the rich use is to shift their focus from problems to possibilities. They don't get bogged down by roadblocks, they look for solutions. Billionaire Richard Branson once said, "Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming." When you start to see problems as opportunities to grow, the world changes. In fact, research from Harvard found that a growth mindset, believing that abilities and intelligence can be developed, leads to greater success. A scarcity mindset, on the other hand, can limit opportunities. If you believe there's always enough to go around, you start acting with confidence, and that's when the universe begins to conspire in your favor. Chapter 2. The Power of Delayed Gratification. The wealthy's secret weapon. When most people want something, they want it now. But the rich know that true wealth comes from patience and delayed gratification. Instead of spending money on instant pleasures, they focus on long-term growth. This mindset is one of the secrets to building real wealth. Consider Warren Buffett, who famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." The idea is simple. If you can resist the temptation to spend right away and invest in your future instead, you'll see the payoff in the long run. A study by the University of California found that the ability to delay gratification in childhood is linked to higher income and better financial management in adulthood. The experiment, known as the marshmallow test, showed that kids who waited for the second marshmallow grew up to have better life outcomes. The rich understand that the road to wealth isn't about short-term pleasure but long-term rewards. They invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, or skills, all of which take time to grow and yield returns. And it's not just about money. The wealthy are also able to delay emotional gratification. They don't let their impulses dictate their actions. Instead, they think rationally and strategically. This ability to delay gratification is a hallmark of a rich mindset. Chapter 3. The Fear of Failing? No, the fear of not failing. Failure scares most people. But for the rich, failure is part of the process. They don't fear failing, they fear not failing enough. You see, if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow, and that's a crucial part of becoming successful. Take Elon Musk, for instance. Before Tesla and SpaceX, Musk's ventures like Zip2 and X.com didn't go as planned. Yet, he learned from every misstep. Musk once said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." This mindset is what separates billionaires from the average person. In fact, studies show that entrepreneurs who fail early are more likely to succeed in the long run. A study from the University of Arizona found that people who have experienced a failure in their business are more likely to have higher future income than those who never failed. Failure, when viewed correctly, is a stepping stone to success. The wealthy use their failures as fuel for innovation. They pivot, adapt, and keep moving forward. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, they focus on what can be learned from them. Another key strategy the rich use is the fail fast, fail cheap principle. This means they try new things quickly, but without risking too much. If something doesn't work, they fail fast and move on to the next idea. This allows them to innovate and evolve faster than anyone else. Ultimately, the rich know that taking risks and failing is better than never trying at all. It's not the failure that counts, but what you do with it afterward. As famous author and entrepreneur John C. Maxwell puts it, fail early, fail often, but always fail forward. If you're finding these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more strategies that can change your mindset and wealth building journey. Chapter 4. From Consumers to Creators. Why wealthy people build and don't buy. One of the most powerful habits of the wealthy is their ability to create, rather than simply consume. While many people spend their time buying things, new clothes, gadgets, or the latest trends, the rich invest their time and money into building something that lasts. They focus on creating assets that generate wealth over time. Take the example of Mark Zuckerberg. When Facebook was just a college project, he wasn't thinking about buying a fancy car or the latest fashion. Instead, he was thinking about building a platform that would eventually change the world. By creating something valuable, Zuckerberg didn't just get rich, he created lasting wealth. It's not just tech billionaires who focus on creation. Consider Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He teaches that buying liabilities, things that cost money, instead of assets, things that make money, is a major reason people stay poor. The rich understand that money is a tool to build, not to consume. Statistics back this up. According to a report by the National Bureau of Economic Research, the wealthiest individuals are more likely to create or invest in businesses, properties, and other long-term assets. In fact, over 80% of self-made millionaires own multiple streams of income, many of them stemming from businesses and real estate. The key takeaway here is simple. Wealth isn't about spending money, it's about investing it in things that will grow over time. When the wealthy buy, they focus on assets, things like businesses, stocks, or real estate, that generate passive income. Creating wealth also involves building knowledge and skills. The rich don't just buy what they need, they learn what they need to build it themselves. They understand that true wealth is built on continuous learning and growing as a person. Chapter 5. Who's in your circle? How the rich choose their influencers. Your network truly is your net worth. The rich know that who you spend time with is just as important as what you do. Surrounding yourself with the right people can open doors, inspire new ideas, and create opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. Think about how Bill Gates and Warren Buffett became such great friends. They didn't just share common interests, they challenged each other to think bigger, smarter, and more strategically. They made each other better, and that's something wealthy people understand. In his book The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg explains how people's behaviors are shaped by those around them. If you hang out with people who have high standards, who push themselves, you'll naturally start doing the same. That's how the rich build their networks, by aligning themselves with people who challenge their thinking and inspire them to grow. Research from the University of Chicago confirms this idea. Their study found that people who surrounded themselves with successful, motivated people were more likely to achieve their own success. In fact, the average person's income can increase by up to 10% simply by associating with high earners. The rich are also strategic in their relationships. They don't just network with anyone, they network with people who can help them achieve their goals. Billionaire entrepreneur Damon John from Shark Tank says, "If you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room." The rich understand that the people you spend your time with can have a profound impact on your success. They intentionally seek out mentors, advisors, and peers who offer different perspectives, skills, and insights. It's also about giving back. Successful people know that relationships are a two-way street. By offering value to others, whether through advice, connections, or resources, they build trust and strengthen their networks. As John C. Maxwell says, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. Chapter 6. The Millionaire Time Machine. How the rich think in decades, not days. Most people think short-term. They focus on the next paycheck, the next month, or the next year. But the wealthy think in decades. They plan not just for the next few months, but for the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. This long-term mindset is one of the main reasons they build lasting wealth. Take Jeff Bezos again. When Bezos launched Amazon, he didn't expect to make a quick profit. In fact, he said that Amazon's vision was always long-term. He understood that building a successful company takes time, and he wasn't in a hurry. In his words, if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. According to a McKinsey & Company report, people who make long-term plans are more likely to achieve financial success. The report found that individuals who set long-term financial goals are 40% more likely to save and invest consistently compared to those who don't. The rich understand that time is their greatest asset. They're willing to wait, invest, and make sacrifices now in order to reap the rewards later. This ability to think in decades is what allows them to make strategic, informed decisions. They know that real wealth isn't about quick wins, it's about long-term growth. For example, consider real estate investors. Many rich individuals buy properties with the intention of holding them for decades, watching them appreciate in value over time. Real estate mogul Donald Bren, for instance, built his fortune by thinking decades ahead. His strategy of holding onto land has paid off immensely over the years. The rich also prioritize time management. They don't waste time on trivial matters. They focus on activities that bring long-term value and growth. By spending time on high-impact tasks, like learning new skills, expanding their businesses, or networking with influential people, they make the most of every moment. A study published in Psychology Today found that people who focus on long-term goals are more likely to be happy and successful in life. The ability to delay immediate gratification for future gains is key to building wealth and achieving personal fulfillment. Ultimately, the wealthy understand that real success doesn't come from quick wins. It comes from a long-term vision, consistent effort, and the patience to wait for the rewards to come. By thinking in decades, they create financial legacies that last for generations. If you found these strategies useful, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more wealth-building secrets that can change your life. Thanks for watching.